I'm here at Frankendahl Park in Amsterdam. I want to know how many people have heard negative things about their singing and how that affected them later in life and what they think about their singing. So join me and let's go find out. Do you have a memory of someone saying something negative about your singing?
Yeah, I'm not a very good singer.
Actually, I'm a very bad singer.
An ex-girlfriend who told me that I am really bad.
Very often.
Oh, it happens often.
I know for myself that I'm not a good singer. So.
Well, I sing a lot on a daily basis and it's not really good.
So sometimes when I sing, then my girlfriend always complains about it, or she makes jokes about it.
When I was 13, I was doing theater. I had to open the theater play singing because I was singing so out of tune.
Just my brother was just teasing me.
When you were little?
Yeah, but also like a week ago. Just
maybe my parents, but
Do you remember how old you were?
I don't know, 7. I've got quite nice parents, so I don't know.
No, I'm sure they are.
Maybe when you sing in a car that they say it's enough, you can stop now.
yeah, I have that a lot, especially my mom.
Okay.
Very strong memories when I was at primary school. We had to do a musical, and I had to do a solo, and I feel really ashamed about it.
Friends, they say like, "Ooh, you're so bad," but I think that's, as friends, I think it's easy to say to each other.
My girlfriend have said sometimes that my singing is not so good. It's off tone.
Who is they?
A family members.
Okay.
Yeah, not something I was feeling bad about.
Do you think your voice is good? Or do you think
No.
you sing well? Okay. Do you think that because she said it or because you think?
No, because I think.
Because you think.
But I think they also encouraged me to do the lessons as well, so maybe
Okay.
they changed.
Maybe they just
Yeah.
thought, yeah, you should just get lessons and then she'll be okay.
Yeah.
And do you nowadays feel comfortable singing when other people hear you?
I wouldn't rock a solo, but I don't care at all to join in a bar or something.
In front of other people. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Nice. So you're not necessarily influenced by
I'm
what you
not. I'm very little influenced.
Do you sing sometimes around people, just when people hear you?
After that, no, I don't think so, because
After what she said?
yeah.
Nowadays, do you feel comfortable singing?
Well, I just did a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I
So you don't care?
Yeah, I always sing.
That's really good.
I can't really sing, but I don't mind.
You feel comfortable singing around
Oh,
people,
yeah.
you don't care?
Yeah, they're joking, but I know I'm not a good singer, but I just like to sing.
So I don't really care if other people think that I don't sing very well, and I still sing in the car, even though there are family members in the car. So I don't mind. I don't care.
Not like as a performance, but I'd sing like around my house.
Yeah.
But if someone was like sing something now, then I probably wouldn't sing something
So
now.
not when you're on the spot?
No.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to sing.
No, I will not. I have a confession to make. I expected a certain result going to that park and interviewing all those people. I thought there would be a stronger correlation between negative comments people got about their singing in the past and how that affected their security or insecurity later in life. And that may still be the case. I only talked to a couple of dozen people. It's not exactly a scientifically sufficient sample, is it? As you heard, most of those people I talked to don't really care what other people think. They sing even after getting those mean comments, and they're loving it. That, I have to say, made me really happy, even if I was secretly expecting my agenda to be confirmed. So maybe I was wrong. A lot of people who come to me for lesson took those comments to heart, and now they're seeking a correction or redemption for the trauma that they suffered. But maybe they're not the majority of cases. Looks like it is possible that the fact that we are a-holes as a society and keep putting each other down about one of the most sensitive, personal things about ourselves, which is our voice, doesn't have to be as devastating as I thought it was. And still, for now, there is a staggering piece of information which came up consistently during those park interviews. Most people did receive negative comments about their singing. I later on posted this poll on YouTube, which extended the sample to a few hundreds of people, most of which, about 75%, got negative comments about their singing. This is a spread phenomenon. And in the park, even more people than that ended up concluding that they are bad singers. Yes, we are our own harshest critics, even when others are not. Do I buy that most members of the population are bad singers? No, I don't. That's because I worked with hundreds of students who claimed they were bad or were told they were bad and ended up actually being good, or just had some vocal issues which they improved and then became better, or even, God forbid, good. So that begs the question, why the unnecessary cruelty and constant labeling of one another as bad singers when it's so often just not true? You may think I'm exaggerating when I say cruelty. People shouldn't be so sensitive. It's just teasing. Well, let me tell you something. My dad was labeled unmusical when he was 7 years old by his music teacher. Ever since, everyone around him repeated the same thing. It was only when I activated my critical thinking and actually listened to his singing when I realized this was not true at all. So a huge part of a person's joy and creativity was killed for no reason when he was just a kid. I can think of 5 students just off the top of my head who came to me afraid of making any sound whatsoever. I would hold their hand, pep talk them, and be there for them when they cried, literally cried, after they experienced a little bit more of their voice. That's how vulnerable and fearful that made them. Digging a little bit into why that happened, all of those people had stories about others telling them they couldn't sing as children. Most of those students would not come back after the first lesson. So that vocal expression and that powerful feeling of being able to sing killed. Another student of mine wants to be the lead singer of his band. He was told throughout his life that he's no good, but it just happens that music and singing is his passion. He called me after a couple of lessons and told me he's considering hiring a professional singer for his band because everyone around him keeps telling him he cannot do it. I had to talk him into putting all those judgments aside, at least until he made some progress. We are both extremely happy that he followed my advice because now he's awesome. Digging deeper, I found that one of the people who told him he couldn't sing, his mother, was also told that by her singing teacher as a child in front of the whole class. Do you see where I'm going with this? That mother met that teacher later in life, by the way, and confronted her about what she said and how it affected her. And the teacher was mortified. She apologized wholeheartedly. She had no idea that it had this effect. But it did. It was significant and it was cruel, even if she didn't mean it. Happiness, passions, and dreams can be put out forever for generations by remarks like these. And even if the consequences are not as sad and destructive, and the person keeps singing carelessly, that immediately begs yet another question. If those people enjoy singing so much, it makes them happy, they do it all the time, all the while thinking that their singing is crap, what kind of joy would they have if they thought their singing was good? Singing is one of the most therapeutic experiences humans can have, not to mention cognitively and socially beneficial. So many people are denied or deny themselves the full potential of that beneficial experience, and some denied altogether and learn to live without it. Or they come to me after wasting half their lives denying it. I leave you with those questions open. Yes, they're a little bit rhetorical, but worth thinking about. Think about them the next time you're about to tell someone, anyone, including yourself, to stop singing, or that they cannot sing, or that they have a bad voice. What will that achieve? Or alternatively, what will that prevent from being achieved?